Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to Upstate Speedtests. Got a little bit of a different video for you guys today. We've got the M4 MacBook Air here in this box. We'll do a quick unboxing. I'll cover some of the key differences. But what I'm really interested in is the difference in the performance of the Wi-Fi chip in the new M4 MacBook Air, as it supports Wi-Fi 6E and the newer 6 gigahertz band, whereas the old M1 MacBook Air only supported Wi-Fi 6. So I'm interested to see the speed difference and how it performs here in my home on the gigabit connection that I have, symmetrical gigabit. Now, this is going to be for a family member. It's not for me. They had the M1 MacBook Air and they reached out to me and said, can you order me a new laptop? I want to upgrade my laptop. So I helped them do that. I ordered the M4. Right now it happens to be on sale on Amazon. You can get the base model with 256 gigs of storage for $7.99, and they actually use that discount to upgrade, where the 512 gig version was $9.99, which was the original price of the 256 gig model. So on the screen here you can see we've got the MacBook Air pulled up on Apple's website. And before we get into the unboxing, I thought I would just briefly talk about some of the differences in the product. The M4 features a 10-core CPU and up to a 10-core GPU, and built on a 3nm processor, offering 2 times the speed, whereas the M1 was a 7-core with an 8-core GPU. 7-core CPU, 8-core GPU. The M4 model features a larger, brighter liquid retina display, 13.6 inches or 15, with thinner bezels and a notch. The M4 features a modern uniform design with rounded corners, thinner bezels, and a larger function row, whereas the M1 features a widget-shaped design and sharper corners. Some people like that, some people don't. I know there was a little bit of debate about that when the laptop was first announced. And the M4 features more RAM. The M1 that I'm replacing it with, I believe, only had 8 gigs of memory and 256 gigs of storage. So you're getting a nice boost there all the way around. And the M4 features a 12 megapixel center stage, where the M1 only had a 720p webcam. So before we jump into the unboxing, let's just take a minute and thank our friends at Circled In. They've been an awesome sponsor of the channel, helping us to alleviate some of the cost of producing the content here on the channel. So yeah, we'll thank Circled In. We'll come back and we'll jump right into the unboxing. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you're new here. We'll be right back. Today's video is brought to you by CircledIn.com. Circled In is a website that'll let you split the cost of a wireless family plan to help you save money on your wireless bill. CircledIn.com's beautifully designed website has no credit checks, can help you save up to $480 a year, and there's no contract, so you can switch providers anytime you want or anytime it works for you. If we click the All Circles button, CircledIn.com's easy-to-use website allows you to search for a plan you want, filter by carrier, and filter by price from low to high. As you can see here, we have some examples up on the screen, like Verizon's Unlimited Plus plan for $45 a month, a savings that the website says is about 36%, and Verizon Unlimited Welcome, which the website says is a savings of 71% at $20 a month. Once you find the circle you want, you can click Join Circle, and the website will give you an easy-to-understand breakdown of the costs and savings and benefits that come along with that plan. So check them out today at CircledIn.com. Circled In will help you save a ton of money on your wireless bill, and they also have great support for your plan as well. All right, we're back. I moved some of the clutter off the table. We've got the brand new laptop right here. And yeah, like I said, on Amazon right now, you can get the base model for $7.99, which is fantastic. I'll give you guys, I'm gonna rip the tape and give you guys a little of that noise everybody likes. Oh, it didn't go all the way across. Oh well. So yeah, $7.99 for the 256 gig version, but my family member elected to go with the 512 just for a little bit of future proofing. The way I look at it, 256 gig is now what most cell phones have as a base storage. So I recommended they at least go with the 512. They probably won't use all the space if I'm being honest, but you know, it just gives a little more wiggle room for future proofing. So, wow, really nice cardboard packaging here. And then the laptop slides out of the bottom. And wow, yeah, the packaging, once they get all the dust off of it, it's really simplistic. You got your Apple logos all the way around, MacBook Air on the sides. And the box, it feels thicker than I remember MacBook Air packaging being. I had my first MacBook was a 2013 MacBook Air, and I seem to remember it coming in much thinner packaging, although now that I think about it, I might have bought it refurbed at the time, so that probably had something to do with it. Before I get too far into this, let me save myself some editing work and just put a sticker over some of the barcode information here. There we go. So let's listen close, and we'll rip the paper stickers off here. There we go. And let's see. I'm right-handed, so this might be a little trickier. There we go. Put my microphone back on. Sorry about the noise. And yeah, let's slide the laptop out of the packaging. Ta-da! Wrapped in paper, as most Apple Ooh, this has some beefier weight to it. The M1 MacBook Air, I feel like, was a lot less weight. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Let me know down in the comments, is your M4 lighter or heavier than previous MacBooks? I think it was heavier. You get a decent amount of cabling here. Is it, oh, and now it's a MagSafe cable, which I do remember seeing. The original M1 that my family member bought, it was just USB-C, no MagSafe option, so that's really nice. You get your reading information here, designed by Apple in California. And then you get a really somewhat dinky looking charging block, although it is 35 watts now, so that's really nice. And it does fold up. You get the little, once I take the paper off, you get the little wall prongs that go up and down, which I think the old one did too. So yeah, nothing left in the box. There's your unboxing of the M4. We got one last step here. Take the paper off. And let's open this bad boy up. It's still got the, oh, it just clicked to life. It's got the static cling paper. And yeah, it, you know, the body itself, even though they say it's more of a squared off design, it really doesn't feel that much different than the previous MacBook Air, but the performance is really what matters. And the M4 chip is a beast. I have it in my iPad Pro, and it just flies, man. Like honestly, my M4 iPad Pro now with iOS 26 on it, or iPadOS 26, it could probably replace a laptop for a lot of people. But the M4 is actually kind of cheaper. My M4 iPad, by the time I bump it to 256 gigs and bought the keyboard case, it's more expensive than this M4. And that's really kind of a problem for Apple, because the value proposition for most users is probably in this laptop versus the iPad, although the iPad does feel a lot more futuristic, and it is way more portable, especially if you get the cellular model with the 5G like I have. You can really work from anywhere and just totally forget about Wi-Fi. But speaking of Wi-Fi, now I'm going to go set this up. I'm going to transfer all of my family members' data into it, and we'll do some testing on my wireless network here in my home, because it is gigabit symmetrical Wi-Fi and fully compatible. My network runs up to Wi-Fi 7. This device now runs up to Wi-Fi 6E. But that being said, it should have absolutely no problem performing well on Wi-Fi 6E. I fully expect it to get the full gigabit no matter where I am in the house, and we'll test that out now. It's the next morning now. We got everything finished transferring and set up. The router is right down the hall there on top of my bookshelf. It is a very expensive Wi-Fi 7 router by TP-Link that I've done a video about on the channel before. So we've got the old MacBook Air, the M1 MacBook Air, connected to Wi-Fi 6 on the 5 gigahertz band. And this is symmetrical gigabit by Greenlight Fiber. So we started out with a 22 millisecond unloaded ping. And the performance of these older MacBooks on Wi-Fi is terrible. I get similar results on my M1 Max MacBook Pro, which is of the same vintage as this device. So we got 159 down, 357 up, 22 millisecond unloaded ping. We do not get loaded ping data on the MacBook. So now let's come over here, and we're connected to the exact same server. And we're starting out with a much lower ping time. Well, I shouldn't say much. It's lower, but not wildly so. 19 milliseconds. And we're getting close to 700, well, over 700 down. And the upload is even faster. Now, I've noticed on Wi-Fi 6 and 7 that there seems to be an imbalance between the upload and the download on fiber, and I've seen that across multiple devices. But when you hardwire it in, it's perfectly fine. It hits the same numbers up and down. So let's do one more test just for comparison's sake. We'll do GoNet Speed in Trumansburg, New York. And while we're running that one over here, I'll get the same server prepped on the new MacBook. So yeah, weird speed performances on these older Macs. I do not get the same results when I use a cell phone. So 165 on the down, 17 millisecond ping. The jitter's actually kind of high at 24. And again, I've checked the router. There's no problem with the router. All the software's up to date. 361 on the up. So let's come over here to the Mac Air M4. And we're getting the same ping time, but damn, we're hitting the full 1,000 down on Wi-Fi 6E. So the 6 gigahertz band, which this MacBook now supports. Weirdly does not support Wi-Fi 7, which is kind of disappointing. I really wish Apple had put Wi-Fi 7 in this device, but, it's hitting the full speed, so I guess there's not much to complain about. So, wild performance difference on the M1 versus the M4 MacBook Air. And yeah, that's pretty incredible.